Initially, my only thoughts are that I think you're using too much space with in general.
Oh, okay.
Your setup is, I think, a little too far out. I don't know if you guys nod your head if you agree with some of this stuff or if you have other thoughts, but I think your setup was a little too far out. You could just kind of relax in a little bit, and then you tend to get overextended like out here.
Okay.
And this music, think about. One of my teachers once said, like, think about the music as being like this kind of ball of suspended clay in front of you, and you're kind of shaping it like this way. And then so if you were to go like way out here, that just wouldn't make sense to the shape that you're creating.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can be really artistic and expressive, I think, without getting way out here. There's moments in music when I do this all the time.
Sure, yeah.
But this is kind of real delicate and intimate. It's all soft, and I think it will be kind of right out here.
Okay.
Try it.
Sure.
Conduct smaller. Try to keep that more still. And
okay.
Let the expression happen out here instead of kind of connecting it with a head gesture. Okay?
Sure, yeah, okay.
All right, good. Let's go on.
Cool.
Go on to the page. Well, okay, that's weird. That's a little strange.
Oh, the 3 pattern?
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean the 3 pattern is fine, but I think if you're gonna do that, like for a second they didn't know what the heck was going on.
Okay.
So I would say a 3 pattern is fine, but prep it 3 too.
Okay, okay.
Right?
Okay, so you don't want to show the full beat.
I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Maybe if you had like a smaller 2 and then a bigger 3, that would help.
Huh?
Like just a small, like how we would have, or like we.
Oh, like a deadbeat?
Yeah, like a small 2 and then a bigger 3 when.
Oh yeah.
So like a
yeah.
That
yeah.
sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would almost do 1 and 2 instead because like a dead 1, a dead 2, and then a prep 3.
It's not that fast though.
No.
Like I think you can just do a single beat prep. Try it. Try it with me. One more time. Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
So, but your idea of going back and forth between 1 and 3 is not a bad idea.
Okay.
But just not in that like up front. Not in the prep and then when things start.
Gotcha.
You could do something like this. You could go jump dun 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 dun. Well, that's actually opposite. Probably the way to do it would be to go bum bum ba-dum bum jump bum ba-dum bum. But that prep, whatever meter you take in the first measure, I think has to be the same as what you give in the prep.
Okay.
Otherwise, too confusing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Try it again. Yeah, best advice about that is just make sure that it's organic, like that it feels right, and the players don't have to go. Like you don't want them having to do math.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that, and then the other caveat is when you do, if you're conducting something that's fast and you're giving the beat, like 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you have to get smaller. The faster you go, the smaller you have to be, because your fast 3 pattern was too big. It's just you can't move that fast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's say you go, boom, 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 boom. Those, when you get to that 3, it's got to be right here, wrist and fingers moving the tip.
Okay.
Try that. Sure. We got to move on.
Keep leaving.
Oh. Keep it small on the 3 times. There you go.
Stop. Huge difference.
Yeah, that feels really small, but
As a player, like I would like that so much more.
okay.
So you said it feels really small?
Yeah.
Plenty of movement for us.
Great.
Yeah, it's not too small at all, right? You can disagree when I do that.
To me, it sort of makes it seem like the dynamic should be inverse.
Right.
Like with the small conducting, it feels like it should be softer. And
Aha.
then when it's in one, it's like ba da 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 dum.
That is a problem, isn't
So-
it? Yeah, that's a really good point. So like technically what we're talking about works really well, but for the music that we're conducting, maybe not such a good idea.
It would probably just help more to have more left-hand gestures to show more of the dynamic.
That's a good one. That's a possibility. You can keep it small with your beat. You could go. You could use your left hand, or you can just keep it all in one, like Tobin did, and just be really big. When it's supposed to be loud, and smaller when it's supposed to be soft. But just keep it in one. That would be the best way. Okay, good though. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.